Oh, in the Navy, they do that right here in San Diego. They train dolphins, yeah, and the idea is they're supposed to swim underneath ships or something with bombs attached to them. Yeah, yeah.
They're evil. Dolphins are evil. They're one of the few animals that kill for fun.
Dolphins do.
Yep.
Probably.
They also rape other dolphins.
Yeah, well, they also engage for sex for fun.
A lot of male dolphins will gangbang on a female dolphin, so they got to be careful. In fact, there's been cases where humans have been attacked and sexually molested by dolphins.
I've heard of that. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Be careful when you're swimming. Make sure you're...
But most of them are nice.
To get in there.
Most of them are nice like Flipper. Come on.
I hate Flipper.
You know, there's a
Flipper
term...
die a horrible death of disease when he's locked in a little tank in some petting zoo somewhere. I hope so.
I don't know. Something happened to him. I didn't like that show. I never watched it. I didn't like Flipper.
Oh my God!
I never watched it. I didn't. That and Gentle Ben.
Timmy than that.
That and Gentle Ben I didn't like. What about Timmy?
I'd rather watch Timmy than.
Oh, you'd rather watch Timmy than watch Flipper.
Both equally unwatchable.
Yeah.
I make meaningless cruddy videos, but.
Yeah, well, everybody's a critic, Everybody's a critic. Well, getting back to the animal thing, there's a term my brother and sister were taking these. I never took these classes, but on animal stuff.
Are you going to tell me that your brother and sister went to school with Flipper?
No. But they learned this thing never to anthropomorphize animals, to put human traits on animals. But it's changing as far as studying animals, where they're starting to recognize that elephants and apes show emotion and defense and love or whatever. They're starting to see that anyway.
Animals don't have any love for humans, only hatred.
Yeah. Well, it's easier to do experiments on them when you just say, "Well, they don't have feelings. They're not like humans." It's easier to do that, to dissect them and cut them open. When you believe that.
Well, it would work if you can find it.
I wouldn't want to do that.
It'll work with Dr. Zayas and Zira.
Oh, yeah, they're human. Oh. Anyway, I don't know why I was trying to steer that conversation that way, but it was something that was on my mind.
Having a conversation about anything in particular right now? What are we talking about?
Well, we were talking about your contest. We talked about the contest. We talked about there was no contingency plan. We talked about guns.
The deadline for the contest is August 1st, by the way.
August 1st, deadline for the contest.
Unless nobody enters, then I'll just have to.
Oh, I'm going to try to submit something, but I'm not exactly following the original parameters. But I think you're ready to loosen up the parameters a little bit, right?
Do what you want. I mean, it's got to loosely revolve around dummies and beetles.
Should have something about the angry dummies and the beetles in there.
Logical out of that.
Yeah.
You think winning a beetle model box set is going to be easy?
Shouldn't be.
Oh, my cold, dead hands.
It shouldn't be even cold, dead hands. Yeah. Charlton Heston, Planet of the Apes, NRA. It all ties together, right?
What?
Well, Charlton Heston, Cold Dead Hands, Planet of the Apes, Dr. Zira, and NRA. Ba-boom,
right,
full circle.
And they're all revolve around monkeys, guns, and fezes.
Oh, if we could just give monkeys guns.
And hide, going out in the street.
Yeah. I never really put it together, though, but when I came up with the icon of the Kong wearing a fez, that's a pretty common theme of the monkey wearing a fez. You see a lot of toys with that,
I see all kinds of junk in my travels of apes wearing fezes.
I more or less consider myself an intelligent...
You need to get a hurdy-gurdy and a little monkey or something.
But I more or less consider myself an intelligent monkey.
Well, most humans are.
Most.
There are a lot of dumb human beings on this planet.
Yeah, just like there's dumb monkeys.
There's dumb monkeys and dumb humans. So the dumbest monkeys are probably smarter than some of the dumb humans.
Probably. At least they can feed themselves.
Yeah, well, it'd be fun to shit in your hands and throw it at people.
Yeah, there was that one primate, I don't remember whether the chimpanzee or whatever, in a German zoo, that they said this animal is showing which they didn't think animals could do, planning ahead, forethought.
Yeah.
This animal would gather rocks in the morning and wait for the humans to come so he could pitch the rocks at them.
And he'd also shit in little piles.
Oh, he did. I didn't know that. He shit in piles?
He shit in little piles, and he saved it so that when the humans came by, he would throw it at them.
So that was their ammo. Yeah.
If you ever go to the zoo and you see the gorillas and monkeys shitting in their hands, run.
Run, yeah. I've only seen it once. I don't really like...
I heard the story about supposedly there was a gorilla or some kind of ape in Mexico or South America, they claimed. That when these explorers went there, the thing walked out upright, leaned back on a tail, shit in its hands, and flung it at them and ran away. And they had a photograph of this thing, but they were never able to identify what kind of ape it was.
Oh, really?
Or if it was a hoax or what. But freaked them out.
Yeah, no, that's unusual. Doesn't sound like a...
South America.
And it leaned back on its tail.
Other than the terrorist ones that run the drug cartel.
About what the gorillas? What do you...
I'm confusing, never mind.
Gorillas with gorillas.
Never mind.
Yeah, wait, but the tail thing, it sounds interesting, because otherwise it would sound like a Bigfoot sighting, but Bigfoots never have tails.
Well, there was a book I read years ago called, what is it, Strange Stories, Amazing Facts. I think it was a Reader Digest thing.
Yeah.
Picture of this thing in it, shit in its hands, and it threw it at you. I mean, if you got nothing else, shit in your hand and throw it at your enemy.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's always...
Especially if you're eating like a high-acid diet, like... Burn if you get
I think that's pretty much universal, though, is that nobody likes having poop thrown at them.